Hello and welcome! Have you ever wondered what happens to your food the moment you swallow it? That delicious bite of roti or sip of water doesn't just drop into your stomach. It goes on an incredible journey through a special muscular tube called the esophagus, or what we commonly know as the food pipe. Today, we are going to explore this amazing part of your body in simple, easy-to-understand language. We'll learn about its structure, its job, what can go wrong, and most importantly, how you can keep your esophagus healthy for life. So let's begin. First, let's locate it. Your esophagus is a 25-centimeter long muscular tube that acts as a connecting pipe between your throat and your stomach. It runs right down the middle of your chest, behind your windpipe and heart, and in front of your backbone. It's not a straight open pipe. It's actually collapsed when not in use and opens up only when food passes through. Now, the esophagus has 4 natural narrow points. Remember these, as they are important. They are where food can sometimes get stuck. At the top, where it starts in the neck. Where the main artery, the aorta, presses against it. Where the left lung's main airway presses against it. And at the bottom, where it passes through a small opening in the diaphragm muscle to join the stomach. This last point is very special. It's like a one-way valve called the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. We'll come back to this. Now, let's zoom in and see what the esophagus is made of. Its wall has 4 layers, like a strong pipeline. The inner lining, mucosa. This is the surface that touches the food. It's made of a very tough, multi-layered tissue called stratified squamous epithelium. Think of it like the sole of your foot, designed to handle rough, abrasive food without getting damaged. The lubrication layer, submucosa. Below the lining, this layer contains tiny glands that produce mucus. This mucus acts like oil in an engine, making the pipe slippery so food can slide down easily. The muscle layer, muscularis externa. This is the engine of the esophagus. It has 2 sets of muscles that squeeze in a wave-like motion to push food down. Here's a fascinating fact. The top 1/3 is under your voluntary control. Like the muscles in your arms, you start the swallow. The middle third is a mix of voluntary and involuntary muscle. The bottom third is all involuntary smooth muscle, meaning it works automatically without you thinking about it. The outer covering, adventitia. This is the fibrous coat that anchors the pipe securely in place within your chest. So, how does this entire system work? Through a perfectly coordinated process called swallowing or deglutition. Step 1. The voluntary push. You chew your food, make a ball called a bolus, and your tongue voluntarily pushes it to the back of your throat. Step 2. The reflex kicks in. As the food touches your throat, an automatic reflex takes over. Your voice box lifts up, and a flap called the epiglottis closes over your windpipe to prevent food from going down the wrong pipe. At the same time, the top valve of the esophagus, the upper esophageal sphincter, UES, opens to let the food in. Step 3. The esophageal stage, peristalsis. This is the main event. A wave of muscle contraction called peristalsis starts behind the food bolus and pushes it downward. The muscles ahead of the food relax to open the path. It's like squeezing toothpaste from the bottom of the tube. Step 4. Entering the stomach. As the wave approaches the stomach, the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, that valve we mentioned earlier, relaxes to let the food in and then immediately tightens shut. This is crucial because it stops the strong acid from your stomach from flowing back up into your delicate esophagus. Sometimes, things can go wrong with our esophagus. Let's understand a few common issues. Acidity or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. This is the most common problem. It happens when the LES valve is weak and doesn't close properly. Stomach acid jumps back up, causing that burning sensation we call heartburn. Achalasia. Here, the LES valve does not open properly, and the peristaltic wave is lost. Food gets stuck in the esophagus, making swallowing very difficult. Barrett's esophagus. If GERD continues for many years, the acid can damage the tough lining of the esophagus. The body tries to protect itself by changing the lining to a type that can't handle the stress. This condition is a precancerous change and needs serious monitoring. Esophageal varices. In people with serious liver problems, the veins in the esophagus can become large and swollen. These are very fragile and can burst, causing dangerous bleeding. Cancer. There are two main types, often linked to smoking alcohol or long-term GERD. So which doctor should you consult for these issues? You should see a gastroenterologist. These are specialists in the digestive system, including the esophagus, stomach, and intestines. For cancers, you would see an oncologist, but a gastroenterologist is usually the first point of contact. Prevention is always better than cure. Here are some best foods and habits for a healthy esophagus. High-fiber foods. Foods like oats, whole grains, vegetables like leafy greens, gourd family vegetables, and fruits like bananas, apples, papaya help in good digestion and prevent constipation, which can reduce pressure on your stomach and LES. Lean proteins. Choose skinless chicken, fish, dal, legumes, and tofu over fatty meats. High-fat meals can relax the LES and trigger acidity. Non-acidic fruits. Bananas, melons, and coconuts are great. Try to avoid too many citrus fruits like oranges and lemons if you are prone to acidity. Ginger and aloe vera. These have natural anti-inflammatory properties that can soothe the digestive tract. A little ginger in your tea or aloe vera juice can help. Water. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. It helps in washing down any residual acid and keeps the mucus lining healthy. Maintain a healthy weight. Extra weight, especially around the belly, puts pressure on your stomach and can push acid up into the esophagus. Eat smaller, more frequent meals. Instead of 3 large meals, try 4 to 5 smaller ones. A very full stomach increases the chance of reflux. Don't lie down after eating. Stay upright for at least 2-3 hours after a meal. Gravity is your friend in keeping acid down. Elevate the head of your bed. If you get nighttime heartburn, raising the head of your bed by 4-6 inches helps. Breathing exercises. Pranayama. Practices like deep breathing, Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing, and Brahmari, humming bee breath, can reduce stress, which is a major trigger for acidity and digestive issues. They also strengthen the diaphragm, which supports the LES. So, let's quickly recap. Your esophagus is an amazing muscular tube that transports food using wave-like motions called peristalsis. The most important part is the lower valve, the LES, which prevents acidity. To keep it healthy, eat a balanced, fiber-rich diet, maintain a good weight, avoid lying down after meals, and manage stress. Your body is a wonderful machine, and taking care of each part, even a simple tube like the esophagus, leads to a healthier life. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more simple health explanations. Take care and stay healthy.